Acid Attack Initial Response Kit from Modular Survival Systems. This is a small, compact, easy to carry, lightweight kit which can make a real difference if you or someone else around you is involved in a corrosive chemical attack. So this seems to be a worrying trend in the UK, especially at the moment. People are, for some reason, deciding to attack each other with acid. This has been happening quite a lot in nightclubs and other nighttime entertainment venues. So an acid attack can be incredibly harmful to a person. Obviously you have the corrosive element of the chemical, which can damage the eyes, cause severe burns. So an acid attack is not only dangerous for the victim, but also for first responders. And this kit, I believe, helps both the responder and also the victim. So first things first, we'll take a look at the outside, and then we'll open it up and have a look at the inside. Okay, so as usual, we have the slick, totally waterproof sealed packaging with the logo on the front. So here we have obviously the acid symbol here, and we have the Acid Attack Initial Response Kit right in there. If we spin it around, we have some information on the back, a QR code so that you can gain further information from the website or also reorder, and a list of contents. So I'll quickly read this for you here. So step 1, report the attack, dial 999. Protection, put on gloves, avoid contact with substance. Step 2, remove all contaminated clothing carefully, cut off rather than lifting overhead if possible. Rinse skin immediately in running water. Use the pods provided for initial treatment of a liquid attack, and this will not be adequate. Access further water ASAP. So the general rule with an acid attack or a corrosive substance attack is to flush with as much water as possible. So although this kit does contain some eye wash, you want to use that initially as a stopgap before getting them to a tap, a shower, or bottles and bottles of water. So also it has wipe use dry wipes to brush off powder attack, and do not wipe liquids. So there's a small bit of information on the back. There is more on the website if you want to check that out. So I also did a video on acid attack, so be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. So without further ado, we'll get it open and we'll have a look inside, shall we? Okay, so as I mentioned, with all Modular Survival System packaging, you have the heat sealed element at the top, and you have the quick tear and resealable ziplock there. So we'll tear it open and we'll take a look at the contents. And I can see already this is jam-packed with items. So let's take a look. Okay, so first up we have some gloves. So obviously with all first aid, cross-contamination is a big issue. Obviously with a corrosive substance attack, you want to protect yourself as a first responder as well. So a good pair of gloves is vital to that. First line of defence. Okay, so next up we have an emergency tool. So with this we have a whistle, we have a clothes cutter, or also a seatbelt cutter there, and you also have a glass break there as well. So definitely a worthwhile bit of kit. And yeah, so as it says, remove clothing by cutting away if possible. So with this you literally run it straight up and remove that clothing. But also if perhaps you need to get into a premises as they've got bottled water in an emergency, just pop the window, get in there and get that water and get that corrosive substance washed off. Okay, so next up we have non-woven swabs. So 4-ply, 7x5 by 7.5 for general cleaning and absorption. So we'd use this for a dry powder. So along with the gloves, you can use this swab to brush off the powder if it's on you, if it's a corrosive powder. Obviously with a liquid spill you wouldn't be doing this, you just want to flush with copious amounts of water. Nice little picture there. Okay, and there we go, that is it in the bag. And here we have a number of Eyewash Pods, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Each one contains, I have no idea, I don't know, off the top of my head I'm not sure how much these contain, but you have a number of eyewash bottles here. So if there is a liquid substance on perhaps your arm or your hands, you can crack this open, pour it on. More dangerously, I suppose, it's your eyes. Eyes are the most important thing and one of the most vulnerable areas in an acid attack, other than your airway. So use this, crack them open, pour them into the eyes as fast as possible. While you're doing that, you want someone else to be getting more water, or you want to be moving the casualty to an area where there is more running water. So I like that. Fantastic little idea. And I think this is a kit which can really make a difference in society now, which is quite unfortunate, but it just seems to be a fact of life at the moment. So there we go. That is the Acid Attack Initial Response Kit. So just a quick recap. So you have the gloves, so you're protecting yourself as the first responder. You have the emergency rescue tool, so removing clothing, calling for help, and breaking glass if needed. You have the non-woven swabs for removing dry powder. And you have the eye wash for flushing the eyes as quickly as possible as an initial response. So I'd like to reiterate, this is not a be-all end-all, this is the initial response, as is in the name, initial response kit. So who would a kit like this be suitable for? For me, personally, I work part-time as a door supervisor, and something like this is something which really worries me and a number of my colleagues. So having a kit like this, which is so small, I can just stick it in my cargo trouser pocket or my backpack, whatever I need to do. I've always got it on me if needed. Other people, something like a prison security guard or a prison officer, bleach and other chemical agents used in cleaning can be used in attacks. So yeah, prison officers, security guards, door supervisors, police officers, anyone like that, anyone in a frontline setting who may encounter people with lower ethical standards than most people, which seems to be quite a lot of people. But yeah, I really like this kit. It's probably one of my favourite ones. It's not the most cool, fancy one, you know, it's not the traumatic injury one, but this is something which is a real problem, especially in the UK at the moment. And I'm really glad that Modular Survival have addressed it. So there we go. This is the Acid Attack Initial Response Kit. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Hopefully you never have to deal with someone who has been attacked with a corrosive substance. But if you do, make sure that you have the tools available to help you. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.